Hey everyone, Madrex here. Getting right into it. I do apologize in advance if I kind of look a little drowsy and beat up. Just got work, but I want to get this out as soon as possible, so bear with me. Getting right into the topic, I want to cover what this executive, a guy who also worked on Assassin's Creed and also at Ubisoft, he's an executive at Ubisoft, Mr. Felipe Tremblay, made a very controversial statement in his IGN article saying that gamers need to get comfortable with not owning their games for subscriptions to take off. Jesus Christ. So, before I get started going into this article, brief, I guess what the guy is referring to, cloud-based platforms like Amazon, Luna, Stadia's no more, obviously. Game Pass, the PlayStation Essential, PlayStation Plus Essential tier program, and obviously the Nintendo Switch Online program. I guess he's referring to that. Gamers need to get more comfortable with that because, patching games are on there too if you want to play older stuff or expand a little bit. So, I did an article. I'm not article. Damn. I did a video about 2 years ago, kind of stating my frustration with owning physical games because I feel like you're not getting the complete game like it was back in the day, like with the booklet and stuff. And sometimes, like some games just don't. Some of the physical games you buy, they just don't have the complete game on it. Maybe if you're just getting games like Call of Duty nowadays, you're only getting like data on there or whatnot. But obviously that video was very controversial itself because it's the most viewed video on my channel, and a lot of people are, still commenting negative stuff on it. Some people are agreeing, and some people are actually understanding my viewpoint, actually trying to understand my viewpoint and actually have a discussion, whether they agree or disagree or not. But by the end of the day, all those negative comments are just ego-driven people who probably just don't need to feel special to say what they gotta say. Anyway, I just want to quote what Mr. Felipe Tremblay said. I'm not reading the whole article, but he starts off by saying, "We're seeing expansion on consoles, like with the likes of Xbox and PlayStation, bringing new people in. On PC, from an Ubisoft standpoint, it's already been great, but we are looking to reach out more on PC." So we can see an opportunity there. Well, good luck. I don't think you able to top Game Pass, but well, hey, gotta see it to believe it. One thing that we saw that is that gamers are used to, a bit like a DVD, having their own, having and owning their own games. That's the consumer shift that needs to happen. They got comfortable not owning their CD collection and DVD collection. That's a transformation that's been a bit slower to happen in games. As gamers grow comfortable in that aspect, you don't lose your progress. If you resume your game at another time, your progress file is still there. That's not been deleted. You don't lose what you built in the game or your engagement with the game. So it's about feeling comfortable with not owning your game. Buddy said, gloves off. Buddy said, we're gonna get you guys to become minimalists. Nothing wrong with that. I guess in a sense, not becoming a minimalist or practicing being a minimalist. But yeah, I see that you have two boxes. I have two boxes of DVDs. I definitely understand that the gamer's perspective in that, but people embrace that model that they still need these games and they will exist. The service will continue, and you will be able to access when you feel like it. That's reassuring. Streaming is no longer a thing that really works well with a subscription. Streaming is also a thing that works very well with subscriptions. So when you pay, you need it as opposed to paying on time. So that's the part I'm just going to stop right there. Like I said, articles in the description below. Comment below on what your take is. I think from a standpoint, from what I put out in my video about 2 years ago, it was kind of somewhat like that. Like I think a lot of people misconstrue the fact that I said like I'm opposed to just hating games in general. Maybe it just might have been a title of my video being misleading. I'm not opposed to owning physical games. I still do buy physical games. I do buy digital as well, and the only reason why I do buy digital sometimes is because if I can't, get to the store in time or they don't have that physical copy and I don't want to wait for it, I'll just say fuck it. I'm just gonna buy digital. I'll get the physical copy later, or if I want to get that midnight release, I'm gonna do that. But that's just me. That's how I roll. That's my operation. Or unless the game is only digital only. Like I know, like the hardest L I had to take late last year, was getting Alan Wake 2 only digital because it was only available digital. But here's where I'm going to state my problem with that. So last week Friday, I do the Legendary Duo podcast. That's where I'm usually at. I actually uploaded a short where I was talking about how I'm fearing, Legend and I both, shout out to Legend 35, but we were talking about Xbox possibly going, third party completely. And I, explained, well, we understand why they're going third party because they want to branch out on Game Pass. They want to expand the Game Pass service. We all know that. That's why they were trying to get it on, that's why it was leaked out earlier last year that Phil was trying to get it on PlayStation, make it available on PlayStation. So yeah, we understand that, but the argument I made is that, they're trying to control the shit we play. They really are. That's a problem. And I'm scared. And so I saw the article, I read that article, I'm like, damn, that just reassured everything I said. And I kind of hate that I said it on the podcast last week because I felt like that totally got missed by the audience that was on that podcast because it turned into something else. I won't say it and I'm not going to talk about it right now, but it fucking made me mad. It fucking irritated me because all that did was just justify what the hell I said on that episode. And even in that short, they're trying to control stuff. And like I said, I'm not opposed to digital, purchases at all whatsoever. That's not, the issue isn't, buying digital. Digital should just be an option. Don't control the shit I buy. Don't control me going in buying physical games. If I want to buy physical games or physical DVD, don't take that right from me. That's the issue I have with it. Because, once you revoke my license and I can't do nothing about it, look, I can easily just buy. You're taking a risk when you're buying digital games anyway, because a lot of us ain't reading the fucking terms, the consent in terms when we're buying those games, because a lot of us in our head, we kind of got the expectation that maybe we might not go back and play it, but hey, what if 2 or 3 years from now, maybe 10 years from now, we want to go back and play it, and it's not available, our license got revoked, or it's no longer supported, or let's say on our Xbox, our Switch, or PlayStation, or even our PC, you'll be like, damn, that was a waste of money. And like I said on the podcast, it don't matter if we even get games on sale. Regardless, we worked our asses off, dealt with people at work that we don't like, that we kind of want to just visualize ourselves probably beating the hell out of. Not gonna, not trying to get, too personal here, but, we're human. We can admit it, or, had to deal and tolerate, a very crappy boss, or, fill in for a coworker that's pretty damn lazy, themselves on a project that they were, supposed to do, and they still haven't been fired yet. There's sacrifices we all have to make, as humans, and, this is our hobby. This is our release. In a lot of ways, or this is our or hell, this is even our livelihood. You don't have the right to control our stuff, and this guy saying that stuff, I feel like he either said this for shits or giggles, or, he just say, hey, he was trying to make a point, kind of like how I was, but it got totally misconstrued in that video I put out 2 years ago, where people are still saying crazy shit to me in the comments, and I'm just sitting here laughing at it now. Now, I lost my train of thought. Forgive me. This subscription service thing, I'm not saying that I'm against it, because I'm really not. But it's to a point. I'm a customer of subscription services. I've been a customer of Game Pass. I'm a customer of PlayStation Plus, only for the online service. The option should be there, but you don't control my shit. That's how I personally feel. And like, shout out to Afro Gamer, dude. Unfortunately, he hasn't uploaded in a long time. And if you knew what happened, you knew what happened. I'm not gonna sit here and say it, but I understand why he pushed hard for owning all his stuff. Like, why he always bought all his shows on DVD and Blu-ray. Why he always constantly bought all his games physical. The guy has a library of of media. And I understand why he pushed a no. Like, I was like okay with, going with streaming because I was shifting over a little bit. And I'm okay with, streaming too. But like, I understand why he pushed it completely hard, like why he was hardcore about it. I understand like why guys like Adam Korlak push it so hard. God, I hope I'm saying his name right. Like I said, I'm running on E right now, so just bear with me. I understand why it's pushed to have physical games. And like I said personally, like, even in that video I put out, I was just okay with just collecting physical games for only retro games or past gen consoles, going forward in PS5 or Xbox era. But like now I'm just like, man, even if I do buy digital, I better be going back and getting that shit physical just in case my license get revoked. Hell, I remember like a year or two ago actually when I was playing on Xbox, I wanted to play a game that I believe it was the Halo Master Chief Collection. And I guess there was some technical difficulties going on the online store, and like anything that was available on Game Pass you couldn't access. But luckily, because I had that physical disc, I was able to just pop that shit in and play Halo Master Chief Collection. And just open up Halo 3 and play that. They trying to get us by the balls. I hate to say that, get that terrible narrative, but man, like I said, I wanted to recant that video, but I'm gonna leave that video up anyway. I don't care if people still comment, say negative stuff on me in there. That comes with the territory. It don't matter. I don't care, but I'm saying this now. I'm just gonna encourage us now. It's open season for us now. They coming for us. I mean, we all knew this, but like now they gonna come in full effect. They want to get paid and control our shit. Control the shit that we own. And the only way we gonna stop it is if we just not buy digital. We'll just continue to buy physical. That's how I personally feel. As I said before, this isn't a video like talking bad about buying digital purchases. I know plenty of people who just prefer it like that and why it works better for them. Especially if you own PC. That works a lot better as well. I haven't had issues personally on Steam. I got purchases all the way back from 2007 on my Steam library, on my Steam account, and I haven't had any issues with loading those games. I mean, as long as I own them, even though Steam is notoriously known for taking games off. But yeah, there's games that have been taken off the Steam store that I can still open up and play. But the point is, they out for us, man. And all this guy did in that article, I can't get mad at him. Because all he did was just tell the truth of what all these companies, publishers, what they trying to do. They have an agenda. And man, y'all not gonna get me. They not gonna get us. So that's all I gotta say. This is Drex. I'm out. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I got the video, like I said, article posted in the description below. Tell me what you think in the comments. But other than that, this is Drex. I'm out. If you're new here, also, I encourage you to like and subscribe to my channel. Content's a little slow because I got a lot of stuff going on, especially working on the podcast. But just bear with me. I'm trying to get out as much as I can. So I really appreciate it. I'm not asking for money. I'm just asking for support. Just give a brother a like, subscribe, get me an algorithm a little bit so I can expand. That's all I got to say. This is Drex. I'm out. Peace.